Chilling story, here it is. Several men arrested at a New Mexico compound. They were allegedly training children to carry out school shootings. Ryan Mauro is with us. He's the director of the Clarion Intelligence Network. Ryan, your network looks at these Muslim compounds around the country, correct?
Any radical Islamic network, yep.
Okay, and this particular one in New Mexico, how do we know that they were training children to shoot up schools?
It is now a public court document. So they got that information from what they found right at the compound on this 10-acre plot of land.
So this is not speculation?
Oh, no, this is 100% proven. Like, this is, yeah, no, anyone that disputes this at this point is crazy.
So they were, there was adults training children, I think it was 11 of them,
yes,
kept them in rotten conditions, training them with firearms to go shoot up a school.
Exactly.
What more do we know about this?
Well, I'm tempted to say you know everything you need to know, because that's clearly a jihadist terrorist training camp, which my sources involved in the investigation and Muslim sources that were aware of the family all told me this was. It's like, it's not just a radical Islamic group, it is a cultish group. Of course, it basically came to fruition because there was a boy that was abducted, may have died at the compound. But the bottom line here is actually a family. It is a family that stems from Imam Siraj Wahhaj in Brooklyn, one of the most powerful imams in the United States. And all of us who study this know he's very radical, very radical. He inspires others to do things that he won't do himself.
Now, on the screen right now is a court appearance. I believe that is the leader of this the place in New Mexico, and that's one of his wives. Is that correct?
That looks like it, yes. There were 3 women that were arrested, mothers of the children, and then 2 men.
What's this about a tunnel inside the compound? What's that all about?
If you look at a video walkthrough of this compound, it's amazing the FBI didn't go in earlier, because you're looking at, they're preparing for war. They set up a 150-foot tunnel, built it, and actually had spots with sleeping bags so that they could hide underground, and an escape tunnel outside of the property limits so that they could escape without the authorities that are searching the property realizing what was going on. They were prepared to fight and die at that spot. It's a miracle that we didn't have an Islamic Waco.
What's the evidence that they were, in fact, planning to shoot up schools using their own children? I mean, what's the evidence for that?
It was indicated to me that has something to do with some type of interviews and interrogations that were going on. They're talking to the kids. I'm not sure if that's publicly confirmed yet, but the prosecutors are all saying it 100% to the point that they filed it in court. So it's not speculation. And look at the guns that they had there, and the fact that the local authorities, and this never happened, so I'm about to tell you, in the press release said, we went in because we got tired of the FBI stalling. I've heard things like that happening, but to bring it to the point where you publicly say that, that's a high level of frustration.
Well, I will add that when I look across the media, I see some coverage of the conditions that the children were in, but very little coverage of the Islamic radical connection.
Right. And even now I'm looking at it and they're just talking about school shootings, like as if you would think these are just some crazy kids that got bullied. But this is an Islamic extremist group. The neighbors knew it. The FBI and the police knew it. And by my own research, following this family and knowing who the head of the family, the imam, is, clearly radical Islamic. We don't know if the imam was involved in this compound, but here's what's really important to understand. Where did they get the ideas and the skills from? The imam teaches all that to the point that in 2001, and you can see a poster, he spoke at an event called Jihad Camp for Young Muslims.
I got to go, but that's enough. I'll come back and see it soon, will you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, we're out of time. I got to go, but there'll be more Barney after this.